everyone, my name is Kreus and welcome back to the channel. Sorry about the hiatus. I'm not really going to be playing any games anytime soon because I kind of broke my arm. So there's that whole scenario. I can't really play anything. But instead I decided, I've been watching a lot of these videos on YouTube about old technology and like brief histories on it, and I wanted to know more about Google Orkut, but there wasn't anything about it really. Like, at least on YouTube, there's nothing great, and I want one of those high quality ass videos on Google Orkut because I feel like there's probably some interest in it. If I was interested in it, it's possible there are others. Anyway, let's begin. So, if you remember Google Orkut, which I honestly didn't even know it fucking existed, means you were probably on social media in the mid-2000s. But what exactly was Google Orkut? What set it apart? What made it different, if anything? So it was a Google attempt at a social networking site, launched in 2004. Named after its creator, Orkut Buyukoktin, who is a software engineer at Google. He worked there from 2002 to 2016, and he is a Turkish-born computer engineer. He created Orkut as a 20% project, which means, I think in Google, they do this thing called the 20% project, where they work on some random side project or whatever really they want for 20% of the time that they work there. I think, could be wrong about that. Orkut was initially launched as an invitation-only test, but it quickly gained popularity in, for some reason, Brazil and India. It allowed users to create profiles, join communities, and connect with friends. This is what an Orkut profile looks like. Orkut profiles were similar to Facebook profiles, with users able to share their interests, photos, and status updates. They could also join communities, which were kind of like group things centered around different interests. So it's like Facebook groups. This is what that looked like. They were apparently a popular feature, with many users creating and joining different communities centered around their hobbies or interests. In Brazil, Orkut became extremely popular, with over 90% of its user base coming from just Brazil at its peak, I guess. Not 100% sure why that would be. Orkut had a feature called Testimonials, where friends could write a message about each other, and that would be publicly displayed on their profile. I guess this is a unique feature that was not available on anywhere else. I mean, I remember on Facebook you could post on people's wall. I'm not sure if this is different. Maybe this is like more permanent and more of like a centralized thing for this, like there's actually a tab for it, Anyway, testimonials allowed users to share appreciation for their friends and make them feel valued. This feature was particularly popular among teenagers mostly and young adults, which kind of makes sense. In addition to this feature, it had a lot of others that I guess were ahead of its time. They had a feature called Crushes, where users could anonymously express their interest in someone. Another feature about Orkut that was kind of cool, but I guess it couldn't really have done much harm, was you could completely customize your profile using HTML and CSS, which means in this day and age you could make it look literally like whatever the fuck you want. I'm assuming they disabled script tags, so you can't use JavaScript. This wasn't possible on other social media platforms at the time, and obviously allowed users to express a lot of creativity and individuality. But I don't know if I would allow any users to completely change all of the profile, at least not with custom HTML and CSS. Despite its initial popularity, Orkut eventually began to decline in the face of competition from other social media platforms, obviously Facebook, Twitter, the likes, and Google eventually shut down Orkut in 2014. This was done because of its declining usage and the need to focus efforts onto other projects. So there you have it. That was a pretty brief history of Google Orkut. Although it's not with us anymore, It played an important role in the early history of social media, like a lot of the others at the time, and paved the way for many of the features that we take for granted today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this. I'm thinking of doing some more shit like this, you know, kind of like tech history. It's kind of the only thing I can do at the moment, so serves some fun for me. I'm really bored. If you have any memories or stories about Orkut, please feel free to share them in the comments below. I'm definitely interested to hear more about it. I don't know a whole lot, to be honest. Obviously, I never used it, but yeah, it's an interesting topic and something that's kind of forgotten. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.